Right, so this is going to be Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and as well Leo Rising. With the general tarot reading January 25th to January 31st, 2021. And for the personal readings or a tarot classes, guys, you can check out the description down below, and there you're going to find a link to my website where you can pretty much find how to do both. So with that being said, moving straight away to the reading. Here, let me cut the cards. And the first card that we do have, this is going to be the Hierophant. Can you see the card? Yeah. Okay, so the Hierophant. Moving next, we do have the Moon, followed by the Two of Swords. Afterwards, we do have the Seven of Cups. And the last one, that is going to be the Star. Okay, so we do have a very, very good finish here with the Star card. Let me get a little bit closer to the camera. All right. So all right. So those 5 cards, and it will be quite of a last minute kind of thing that we do have here, guys, for you. And the week here starts with the Hierophant card. So it's a very broad card on its own accord. It's because I don't remember what I said about the last week. It kind of has a really good, really big, I'm sorry, the word is not backlash, but it's kind of like a follow-up from previous events. And the Hierophant is all about how you do connect the past in the present in this particular case, and that past with the present and your expectations about the future are synchronized. So here in the very start of the week, it's highly likely that you are going to start talking about your experiences and as well what you are expecting from the future, and where do you want to go and where do you want to find yourself there, either career-wise or either relationship-wise. To your surprise though, with the Hierophant, it's highly likely that you're going to face a benevolent support from somebody that is more experienced than you are into the field you're trying to push forward to. Which person is going to talk, which or individuals, that is, because it could be a circle of society that we do have here, which are going to divulge you pretty much, resolutions to whatever issues you may think that you're going to face along the way, or whatever issues you do face currently right now. And to your relief and surprise as well, you are to see that the resolution to these issues that you are finding, to those problems, to those predicaments, actually they are very, very easy, and they are very close to mind as well, in a sense of that the resolutions are within the framework of your capabilities. You don't have to do anything heroic. You don't have to do anything out of your character. You don't have to do anything, how can I say, extreme in order to, for example, fix your marriage or relationship, for example, to overcome some issue there, or same thing falls with the career. No, it's the resolution is going to be something as follow, in order to fix your marriage or your relationship, you need to find a way to trust your partner or your partner to trust you. If you want to be successful into your career, you have to find a career to enjoy working, the trivial stuff. And that will be reminded to you at the start of the week. Now, that being said, with the Hierophant on its own accord, you can expect that the things are going to develop in their not natural, that is different, ordinary way moving forward. So nothing unexpected is to happen there. And right after that, we do have the Moon card. And the Moon card, it's a bit of a tough thing to swallow in this follow-up. That is because you may, right after the Hierophant, you may find yourself in a very unfamiliar environment, career-wise or relationship-wise. What I mean is that the situation is going to be something that you never faced before. And for that reason, you, Leo, which are more emotional than usual, you are going to kind of like give more room to fantasies, if I may say it that way, And some of you may fall into a state where they are fantasizing for the doom and gloom. Others of you may end up in a state fantasizing about the not the best possible case scenario, but the perfect case scenario. And that is also impossible to happen. The thing is that right after the Hierophant takes place here, the resolution, and the benevolent support, you, Leo, are going to feel uncertain and insecure because you're not going to have a full grasp on the circumstances around. Like, you will not know what, for example, your partner is thinking and what they're planning to do. You wouldn't know as well what your boss is planning to do, etc., etc. But the thing is that these circumstances that are forming into the peripheral, they are beyond your control, and you just have to trust the universe. That is pretty much what the card is divulging here, and you should not deviate from the path that you have chosen at the Hierophant card. So if you had chose to kind of like grant trust to your partner in life, then you should not walk away from that vow if you kind of like feel right after that a bit uncertain and insecure. Same thing in terms of career. You chose that path. That is the path you need to walk, because with the Moon card, that is a confirmation that you have actually chosen the right path and you are embarking on it just now. And it's normal to feel uncertain and insecure because the path had not yet developed to that extent, so you know everything about it, but you are definitely walking toward the destination that you are meant to reach. And that is a grand scheme of things. Okay, you are for example, if you are meant to be happy, you are walking in that destination. Whom with, though? Well, that's entirely up to you and based on your actions, your choices made, etc., etc. And right after that, what we do have, it is the Two of Swords. And this is where you're going to start calming your wavering with the Two of Swords, and where you're going to kind of like reach a state of peace, even though, all of the circumstances and all of the arguments, proofs, I don't know how to say it here, guys, are not going to be known to you. But you're going to, at that point, you're going to fall in a state where you're going to realize that things are hanging on a balance and on equilibrium. And right now, as you don't have the full information about your relationship, about your partner, about your project, for example, or about your career, it's better to do nothing. And that is exactly what happens, at that particular stage, that you're gonna fall in peace. And before you decide what to do, you would want to consider all points of view. But all points of view are going to be unknown for you thus far, at least at that stage of the week. And for that, instead of freaking about it, and falling into a fantasies like beforehand, believing into the doom and gloom or to the extreme happiness, you are going to start becoming more and more objective, not presuming things before you actually have the information about it. And right after that, we do have the Seven of Cups, and this is where the objectiveness even quenches even further with you, knowing that, how do you say it? Knowing that what you are after, this path that you have chose here at the start of the week, is that path a fantasies or a seeds growing? It's pretty much yet remains to be of knowing, but you are also going to be reassured by the universe, if you will, or by the circumstances around, that you have reached certain checkpoints. And even if you have to experience certain disappointments moving forward, they're gonna bounce you back just far, not beneath that checkpoint. Okay, so if I have to give you an example, you have started a job here, or you have started to work on a certain resolution into your project. You may face certain disappointments into actions. One action doesn't work out very well, so you will have to bounce back, but nothing you do is going to jeopardize the endeavor to an extent where you are to lose the endeavor, unless you decide to walk away from it willingly. which is something that, like I said, the moon card suggests you not to do. That's like a guidance. You should not deviate from the path that you have chosen. And that's why you will have to be pretty strong emotionally, because let's face it, career-wise, relationship-wise, it doesn't matter what we're talking about here. There are always disappointments that are accompanying the endeavor. I mean, nothing is bulletproof happy. So you got to be prepared for it, but you need to know, like I said, that whatever you choose at the start of the week to follow here through the Hierophant and through the moon card, it's pretty much yours. Nobody can take it away from you unless you give up on it by yourself. And the last card that we do have, that is the Star card, and that relates very much to the moon and to the Two of Swords. Like I said, the moon is where you don't know everything, you don't know how things are going to form and anything like that. So you are to decide that you're just going to wait things to happen by themselves to a certain extent, and you know as much information as possible to make your move. There is the information towards the end of the week. And this is where you see that actually, you know, things are unfolding in a way that all of your standards and criteria as well can be fulfilled moving forward. Star card. It is the thing that you can start looking forward to, you know, the job development that you can start looking forward to, the career development, the unfolding love as well, okay? And also the Star card is not checkpoint, but it is like a marker of the ending of an era of a turmoil. Like whatever difficulties you do have in that narrative, say career or say relationship, those difficulties are over, and now you have a time to catch up your breath. You can pretty much inhale a fresh air, look around yourself, mark a destination, mark a fulcrum or an aim or a goal, and move towards it. Star card, though, it's a slowly developing card, and like I said, that is about an unfolding love. It's not about granting one, so you need to give it time to develop, all right? It starts from something small, because that whole thing here, it could be an amazing, how can I say, an introduction to your next suitor, to your future wife or a husband. And the start, it is where you are trying to decide, are you going to trust them or not, you know? And after that, because you don't know everything about them, you are very prone to fall into fantasies, like I said, believing that they're going to, for example, leave you, or daydream about the best unfoldment possible. And then you do have, wait a minute, then you do say to yourself, wait a minute, I have to be more objective. I don't know everything, okay? I don't know everything about this person. I don't know everything about their intentions and so on and so forth. So it's best here to wait. But hey, the introduction, the initial, how can I say, impression, it's amazing. So yeah, I may get disappointed here and there from their actions. They may get disappointed as well, but none of these disappointments is going to be enough for us to pretty much part ways at that point. And then you do have a little bit of a seeds of love that it is planted in there, and that love starts unfolding itself down into the future. And you gotta give it time to unfold. You can't expect here that things are gonna happen overnight, which is, like I said at the start of the reading, a last minute thing, okay? Just before the end of the week here, you do see that what you are contemplating about, what you had daydreamed or fall into the belief of the doom and gloom beforehand, it's something worth proceeding, because if not anything else, it is the thing that ends an era of a turmoil, like I said, and upheaval and chaos and really, really bad states of life. So think about where the things really sucks right now as you are watching this reading, because probably you're going to watch it before the week takes place. That is exactly where the whole thing is going to manifest itself. So that being said, guys, this was your weekly general tarot reading. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it, and we shall see each other next time. Until then, bye.